yeah, I did change, and I'm really glad I changed.
This one's wife. South Park ridicules them in new episode. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Previously, South Park memorably took the piss out of the Sussexes in an excellent episode, which highlighted many of the hypocrisies that the gruesome twosome engage in and identified many of the ridiculous things that they say and do. It certainly did not go down well with the Sussexes. After all, this one's wife has no sense of humour, and to be ridiculed in a way which she doesn't see, remember, her narcissism doesn't allow her to see herself the way that much of the world does, results in her regarding what was said about her as simple untruths, hurtful criticisms that it was unnecessary to do. Her narcissism tells her that these things that were said in the original South Park episode were inappropriate, hurtful, nasty. She's unable to appreciate that it's satire, that it's a parody of the way that she conducts herself based upon the various ridiculous things that she and Harry do. Thus, it's deemed to be a threat to her control and is dealt with accordingly through one of the three assertions of control. That, of course, was the response from this one's wife, but many people around the world enjoyed it because they deemed that it was perhaps the first time on a widespread scale that many of the ridiculous behaviours of the Sussexes had not only been highlighted, but brought to the attention of many people. And, of course, it became doubly worse for this one's wife through the amplification of the episode through subsequent reportage across mainstream media and social media. Given the ridiculous material that these two generate, naturally, many people have been hankering for a round 2 from South Park, for them to create another episode, focusing on more of the things that the gruesome twosome have engaged in, to bring ridicule to their doorstep, and to, in a way, seek to hold them to account, even though, of course, that's not going to work with a narcissist. Nevertheless, it provides much of the world with a jolly good laugh at them and would create further ridicule for this one's wife, amounting again to a particular threat to control. Given the many failings that have occurred as of late, the failure of the podcast, the move to Lemonada, which is yet to manifest, the fiasco that is American Riviera Orchard, the near catastrophic car chase of last year, and the Kevin Costner microphone moment, there really is a smorgasbord of instances to select from which to continue to ridicule them. And according to a website called Royal Routine, or more accurately a YouTube channel called Royal Routine, they've identified that there's a new South Park episode which mocks Prince Harry's Pat Tillman Award. The video explains South Park has always been known for its fearless take on celebrities and controversial topics, and their latest episode is no different. This time, they set their sights on Prince Harry, poking fun at his apparent obsession with winning awards. The show's creators turned this trait into a hilarious storyline that's both entertaining and thought-provoking. In this episode, a character named Tear is clearly modelled after Prince Harry. From the moment he steps on screen, it's clear he's obsessed with racking up awards and accolades. It doesn't matter if it's a Grammy, an Oscar, or some obscure regional trophy. Tear is all about expanding his collection. The show doesn't pull any punches. Tear is constantly talking about the awards he's sure he's going to win, and make everything about his next potential trophy. One of the funniest moments comes when he excitedly says, "I have to go to accept my award for best use of a cell phone in a bathroom, as if it's the most prestigious honour ever." This over-the-top portrayal is a clear exaggeration of Prince Harry's public persona. The real-life Duke of Sussex has often spoken about his various awards and achievements, and many people think he's more interested in fame and recognition than in doing meaningful work. South Park writers took this perception and ran with it, turning Taran into a hilariously pathetic figure who is so desperate for approval that he'll do anything to get his single-minded focus on winning awards, even to the point of sabotaging his own wife's chances, and it's both cringeworthy and hilarious. It seems that Prince Harry wasn't too happy with how he was depicted after the episode aired. He expressed his displeasure on social media, saying he was offended by the portrayal. This reaction only underscored the show's point, how Harry is indeed obsessed with his public image and is very sensitive to criticism or mockery. The South Park team defended the episode, saying that their portrayal of Terran wasn't a personal attack on Prince Harry, but rather a commentary on our culture's obsession with celebrity worship and fame. That they were just holding up a mirror to the world and saying, look, this is how ridiculous it's all become. One of the producers said they argued that if Prince Harry feels attacked, he should perhaps reflect on why that is the episode. It makes a valid point in a time when social media has turned many people into aspiring influencers and attention seekers. The relentless pursuit of validation and recognition is a common issue South Park uses Prince Harry as a stand-in to critique this broader cultural problem. Beyond the humour and social commentary, the episode also raises deeper questions about celebrity culture and the media's role in shaping public perception. By turning Prince Harry into a caricature of himself, South Park forces people to think about how the royal family and public figures in general have become commodities to be consumed and scrutinised. In the end, the Worldwide episode is a hilarious and sharp commentary on modern celebrity culture. It's a biting critique of our obsession with fame and accolades, showing just how ingrained this pursuit has become in our society. While Prince Harry might not appreciate the humour, South Park once again proves itself to be a fearless and unapologetic voice in social satire. So, sit back, grab some popcorn, and get ready to laugh at South Park's latest skewering of the rich and famous. It might sting for those in the spotlight, but for the rest of us, it's a much-needed dose of hilarity in a world that often takes itself too seriously. Now, that's the content of the video that has been generated by Royal Routine. This has been viewed 142,000 times. And here are just some of the comments. Well done, South Park. Glad to hear Harry watched it and is offended. Dear Prince Harry, it's okay to be offended, get over yourself. He's a laughingstock worldwide. The only thing Harry has achieved is having a bank balance large enough to buy awards. And he didn't earn that bank balance, it was just inherited. Harry said First Amendment was bonkers, but he's using it to defend himself. Oh dear, the Sussexes don't like what their South Park mirror shows. Why not? I thought they embraced their truth. He's offended, we don't care. Oh, he doesn't like it. Who cares? They're morphing into Dumb and Dumber. He has bought plenty of awards, but has he ever done anything for the benefit of mankind in the time since he became the handbag carrier for the Meg? LMAO, poor little Harry, who acted like a jackass, but nobody can say anything about him. Oh, poor little rich prince is offended. Real royals present awards, they don't chase and buy them. They got it right, an award for using telephone in a public toilet. It's Harry all right. Sniffy got an award, and Wiggy was clapping her hands. He has not deserved any awards. These two are a joke. And on it goes. Except, there is no South Park episode. No second episode has been generated. No new South Park episode mocks Harry's attendance at the Pat Tillman Award. The text, as ever, has clearly been generated by AI and then has been used by an AI voice and has been pumped out on one of these channels that doesn't have particularly many subscribers but somehow attracts many, many views because of the subject matter. And in actual fact, it's a complete fabrication. The fact is, it's been viewed 142,000 times, and as you've just heard from the comments, there's nobody saying, hang on a second, this isn't true. There's no mention of this anywhere else in the media, and given the coverage that the first episode that mocked them received, you can bet your last dollar that if there were a second episode, it would be all over social media and mainstream media, save it's not. Once again, this is the misinformation that is being generated by certain YouTube channels. and this time it's got a lot of views. As ever, this type of behaviour, and the fact that so many people believe it, demonstrates that not only do so many people fail to apply critical thinking with regard to the information that they receive, just basically swallowing what they're told without considering, but is this accurate? Should I check to see if it comes from any other news sources as well to determine its veracity? But furthermore, as I have warned time and time again, it plays into the hands of this one's wife because it enables her to cry, "Look, this is clear and blatant misinformation about me and Harry. This is the type of thing that we're campaigning against. See how hard done to," so that she can elicit the sympathy of those arbiters of the provision of information, which means that when people actually get to the truth of their behaviours, she will just cry foul and claim that it's made up, and she's more likely to be believed than those who've actually found their way to the truth. This type of activity not only causes people to believe things which are not true, it makes it all the more difficult for the truth seekers out there who seek to hold this one's wife to account, and it is the type of behaviour that a narcissist will gladly embrace in order to maintain her victim status. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.